I'm Savita and welcome to my sewing studio. In this video, I'll show you how to make a Dori, which is fun to do, and also how to sew it to the back neckline of your dress. So let's start. I'll show you how to make this Dori. Now to make this Dori, you need to cut a bias strip of around 1.5 inches wide. So I've already cut this. I've already shown in my previous video how to cut a bias strip. And the length can be around 15 inches. This is 15 inches. It depends on you how long you want the Dori to be. Now once I do the Dori, I'll be attaching this Dori to this neckline here. This is a pot neck. I've shown how to make different necklines in my previous video. And I've also kept the facing ready for this neckline. The fusing paper is here. And this is the fabric side. So this is ready. One of the Doris is ready. I'll show you how to make a Dori in this strip of fabric. This is the right side of the fabric strip. Fold it in equal, such that the wrong side is on top. Now this is the folded side. This is the open side. Now you'll be stitching on the folded side 1/8 inch in from the edge, or you can take more if you want the Dori to be thicker. I'll be taking only 1/8 inch, but when you start it little away, that is around 1/4 inch, so that it becomes easy to turn it later. So start it at 1/4 inch and then sew it at 1/8 of an inch from the edge. I'll use a contrast thread. So lock at the beginning. As you stitch, stretch the fabric a little. See, if you see here, I've started 1/4 inch in from the folded edge, but then gradually I have reduced the width to 1/8. This is the width of the Dori I want. So I've taken only 1/8 and maintain that distance and sew all the way. When you reach the end, again take it a little away, around 1/4 inch, and lock there. Just show you how I stitched here from the folded edge. When I started 1/4 inch away. That makes it easier to turn, and then gradually I've reduced the width here as much as the width I want for the Dori. So I've taken only 1/8 of an inch. Now we are done with this stitching. Now take a big needle, put 4 strands of thread, do a small knot at the end. And then just beside the stitch towards the open end, just pierce the needle this way and put it again. To 2 knots. Now just cut the extra fabric here in an angle. Now take the needle, take the back of the needle and put it through the casing here and push the needle in till it comes out on the other side. Keep pushing the needle and bring it out from the other side. Okay. Now all this fabric, what you see after the stitch, has to go inside this and come out on the other side. So initially at the starting point, just push the extra fabric in the casing and keep pulling the needle and pushing this fabric upwards. So all this fabric is going in the casing and it's forming the Dori. So keep pushing the fabric. As this is thick fabric, it may take some time to turn it, but if you are doing it with a soft fabric like satin or crepe, it would easily turn inside out. See, the Dori has come out now. Now hold the Dori and keep pulling this extra fabric. So all the extra fabric that we had has gone in, and it's made a firm Dori. There is no looseness in this. It's tight and firm, and this is how it should be. Now cut off this extra thread. So my Dori is ready. So I have both my Doris ready here, and this is the right side of my fabric. And before attaching the facing, we will attach the Dori to the neckline. So first of all, decide where you want the Dori to be. Actually, the Dori, after it finishes, it would be like this. But now, first you'll have to keep it the other way around. Just keep the edge with the neckline edge and put a few stitches to attach the Dori to the neckline wherever you want the Dori to be. So I want it here. Just put a few stitches and do the same for the other one as well. And then after you stitch that, then you'll be keeping the facing right on right. So fabric side with the right side of the garment. Keep it aligned to the shape of the neckline, and you'll be sewing 1/4 of an inch in from the edge of the neckline. So I'll be sewing here. So first I'll put these stitches to attach the Dori to the neckline. So put back and forth stitch to attach the Dori to the neckline is with the raw edge. So this is how I've attached the Dori, and do the same for the other side. So I've attached the Doris at 1/4 inch in. Now this is the right side of my fabric, and the fabric side of the facing will be together. Keep the edges together. The Dori is sandwiched between these two layers, the body and the facing. Now we'll be stitching 1/4 inch in from the edge all around. I've already shown attaching the facing in one of my previous videos, so you may please refer to that. I've stitched the facing to the neckline, so such goes as you had seen earlier. We'll be doing this notch. And these curves will be slitting. Now I'll turn this facing and do an understitch, keeping the seam and the facing together and stitching just next to the previous stitch line. So let me do that. Such curves, open the neckline and carefully stitch. This understitch will make it easier to turn the facing to the wrong side of the fabric. But in some necklines where there are sharp corners, you may not be able to do an understitch. Then you can just go ahead and turn it, iron it well, and you can put a top stitch. I prefer an understitch than a top stitch. So I've done an understitch here. It may not be clearly visible because the thread color is same, but it's just here. Now when you turn the facing to the wrong side of the neckline, the Dori comes out in this way. See, the Dori is neatly sandwiched between the body and the facing. Okay, so this is the right side and this is the wrong side. Now turn the facing all around and see, when you pull the Dori, facing turns inside. So you can see the Dori, it's neatly sandwiched between the two layers, and this is how you'll be tying it. And at the end of the Dori you can put some hangings, which you can just sew it with your hand. I'll iron this and show it to you. And this is how it looks. This is how we'll be tying the Dori, and we'll be sewing some hanging here. And you may see some white threads in the Dori. That's because I've used a contrast thread to sew so that it's clearly visible. So this is done. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.